I forgot to hit go live when I started my start screen. So here we are. Good morning. We are continuing the Tallgeese today. I want to get done today. I want to build the second leg and the hip skirts. And you might be thinking, whoa, No.A, last time you streamed, you only had time to build one leg. It was so complicated. Well, I did some prep. I cut out the bits I will need for the leg and cleaned them up. And also painted the stuff that has to be painted. I have not panel lined them yet, though. So that still needs to happen. But this should allow us to get both done. Very exciting, very exciting. So without further ado, it's just time to put together the feetsies. Oh, I also didn't cut out the polycaps yet, I guess. Where are those? On the ground. Whew. You know what? It's kind of nice. It's like, it's been very hot and summery here lately, but today is kind of gray and rainy, and I'm like, staying inside day. Guilt-free stay inside and be lazy day. Don't mind if I do. Hello, Tsukiyon! Welcome to the stream. We are building a foot and then a leg. Which way does this go? This way. Ooh. That guy goes in there. And then these are together. Oh. So we have that. And then the little toes up here. And this on the back. Wow, this is so much easier when I cut out and clean the pieces beforehand. It's just like Legos. And then this guy on the top. I wonder if they'd ever make Gunpla kits where all the pieces are already cut out and cleaned, like not on the runners. I feel like that would be a lot of effort, but if there was some technological breakthrough that allowed them to just print them all separately for the same price, it could happen. Because absolutely the most time spent in this hobby is just like sanding. Getting rid of the little marks from cutting it off the plastic. Okay, panel line on there. Where's my black panel there? To explain what I'm doing right now, panel lining is, you can see, actually, you can probably see compared between these two. There's certain little spots on the pieces that have kind of lines on them, but if you add a little ink to them, it helps them stand out a bit more. So this piece is panel lined, and then this piece is not. Whoa, and it looks nicer. And some people do like enamel washes to do this, which is, in my opinion, too much work. I just use little pens that are made to do it. Okay, and what do we... Oh, I didn't cut out that piece. Oh no! I missed a piece to cut out. I guess I will be sanding. There we go. But yeah, I remember when I first started building Gunpla, I didn't clean up my pieces after I cut them out. I didn't panel line, I didn't paint anything, and I could build a kit so fast. It's like I'd sit down with a cup of tea in the afternoon and I'd build a whole kit. And now it takes me like probably like 10 times longer. But they look much nicer when they're done, so. All of the work is worth it. It's worth, as the kids say. I don't know if they still say that. I do find I say as the kids say a lot, and it's mostly just things that the kids said like 10 years ago, because I'm old. Okay, and then this up here. And now this bit up here will need a polycap. Gundam. I don't know a lot of mech stuff. I'm very into mecha stuff. I like them. When I talk about polycaps too, they're basically these pieces. They're like a softer plastic than the rest of the pieces. They're almost a little rubbery. And they're typically used for where pieces will connect to each other. Like joints and stuff, and places where things will need to move. And I don't know why they're called polycaps. I think it's like the type of plastic they're made of. Where is the other piece for this? There it is. Oh, hello, parentheses. Are you gonna help me build? Meow meow. And I have already painted these pieces silver already. Wow, so we don't need to wait for them to dry. So efficient. It's funny, the current Gundam show that's airing right now, I'd kind of assumed that because the last Gundam anime that came out was Witch from Mercury, and it was really accessible if you weren't familiar with Gundam. Like, it was totally its own story. It was short. It was easy for kind of new fans to jump in, and it was really popular because of that. And I thought, wow, that's probably what they're going to be doing going forward. But the new show that's airing right now is like, to really get what's going on, you have to have so much prior knowledge. It's like the complete opposite. It's kind of crazy. Hello, feces. Just a second, I have to drink coffee and pet my cat. Hey, come here, baby. Come on. What is the matter? What are you complaining about? Not like it that it's cold today? My cat has been very much enjoying the sunshine and the heat lately, so I think she's a little upset that it's cloudy and cold today. Is it not as good? Not as good for you? You want to lie in the sun? Okay, well, there is our foot complete. Oh, here's the cat. Do you want to say hi? Yeah? Don't eat my model. Don't eat my model. It's not good. It's not good for you. It's not yummy. Probably. I wanted to see blood, so I watched others. Fair enough. Hi, baby. Yeah, I only honestly... I probably started getting into Gundam around, like... 2017, maybe? I was just randomly like, man, mechs are so cool, I want to watch Gundam. And so I watched the original series, and I really liked it, and then the rest was history. Hello, Katse! TC says hi, too. She is being problematic, but that's okay. We can forgive her because she's so cute. Hey! Hey! She does this thing where she'll take pieces from the desk and she'll pull them onto the floor. And then I won't be able to pick them up because I have a cat on my lap, so I have to pick them up with my feet. Hey, not anymore, I'm just getting this one back. There we go. Okay, what do we need next? These two. Gonna go together like this. She does a little trolling. Yes, she does a lot. Hi, baby. I'm trying to put the pieces together right now. I noticed that you are in the same space that I'm trying to work at the moment. Also want to build the Gundam. I feel like I'm surprised there's not more Gundams with like cat-like features. Like this one's a geese. But where's the kitty Gundams? Oh, I guess Hello Kitty was a Gundam. Hello Kitty was in Gundam at one point. Oh, and one of the new Gundams from the new show kind of has little cat ears. So I guess there's that. I'm sorry, parentheses, the new mobile suits from the new show are hard. It was? Yeah. There was a crossover where Hello Kitty was in Gundam, and the main character was like, oh my god, what is this presence? They're so powerful. And it was Hello Kitty. And she was a big robot. Mm-hmm. I'll find a screenshot of it. Hey, parentheses. Man. There we go. Baby. It was like this. She was there. And she was more powerful than the Gundam. But then they become friends because Hello Kitty is nice. And also, the Gundam pilot is like really depressed. So he honestly kind of needs some Hello Kitty happiness in his life. The only mecha I watch is Evangelion because that one has blood. Yeah, there's some people who are like, Is Evangelion really a mecha because they're technically not robots? They're just like alien creatures with metal on them. It's funny, there's always like recurring arguments in drama too where people say like, oh my god, Evangelion is like a deconstruction of the mecha genre. It's, you know, it's really doing something so different because the kid is depressed because he has to pilot the robot and it's not fun. And I also thought that because for a long time the only real mecha show I'd watched was Evangelion. And then I watched the original Gundam, which came out way earlier, and it's like the exact same thing. DN, hello. Hello Kitty looking like Kyuubi. Imagine Mecha Magical Girls. I don't have to imagine it because that's basically Symphogear. Although they're not big, I guess. They're not like giant mecha, but Symphogear is Mecha Magical Girls. SSS Gridman. I really like SSS Gridman. I haven't watched the other new Gridman stuff, though. I should get on that. I knew you were going to say that. Symphogear! I love Symphogear. Oh, also, there is a, like, magical girl-looking mech. The Noel Gundam. Was it the the Nobel Gundam. That was it. Now that I've discovered that I can just show you guys images by, like, window capturing my browser, it's so much easier. Hold on. See? It's the Nobel Gundam from G Gundam. And she has, like, a berserker mode. The Gundam itself being magical, that would be cool. I want more, I want an anime that's like a slice of life, but all the characters are just like mobile suits from Gundam. I think that would go hard. And they just like hang out and like go to school together or something. Second mecha's Gurren Lagann. That is, that was my first mecha I ever watched, was Gurren Lagann. Gurren Lagann slaps. I love Gurren Lagann. Actually, I think Gurren Lagann might have been... Isn't that just the SD Gundam cartoon? Sort of, but I don't want them to be SD. I want them to be fully detailed mobile suits, but they just hang out together and go to school. I think Gurren Lagann might have been like the second or third anime I ever watched, actually. Okay, I was getting distracted because I was thinking about cool mobile suits. Time to lock in again. First mecha anime is Code Geass, the mecha anime No.A hates. Honestly, if I like watched Code Geass again now, I might like it more. I think when I watched it, it was just like so gassed up to me as like, oh my god, it's so deep and they, you know, all the mind games and they think so much. And then I watched it and it was really dumb. And so I was disappointed. But I think if I went into it expecting it to be dumb and fun, I'd like it. I played Gundam games before watching mecha anime. I think you just need to be at the right age, which is like 10 to 16. Yeah, I'm trying to think of when... How old would I have been when I watched Code Geass? Probably like... I think I might have been just a little bit too old. I think I was like 17 or 18 when I watched it. I was just too old to watch Code Geass. Polycat 19. Man, I did that. I don't know if you guys have seen that thing going around where people check off, like, what seasonal anime they watched, like, of the popular ones each year on, like, a board, and you can kind of see, like, a graph of what you watched over the years. But I did that, and it made me realize that there was a direct correlation between when I stopped watching as much seasonal anime and when I graduated university and got a full-time job. It's got all the hooks for pubescent teen, ecchi, robots, mind control, massacre. Yeah. I mean, Gurren Lagann as well, except Gurren Lagann is like full of hope and the indomitable human spirit, and Code Geass is like edgy. But they do both be having boobs. I guess Code Geass has more ass. I just remember, like, every single time Callan was piloting the, like, nightmare or whatever, the camera would just be, like, directly behind her ass, like, the entire time. I do think Callan's mech is cool, though. Because I think asymmetrical arms on mecha is really badass. The one that had, like... The one that had the big-ass hand that, like, melts the other mechs? That shit was cool as hell. I'm on board with that. Yeah, Gurren Lagann also has Taku Iwasaki doing the soundtrack, which is a big ups. Shoutouts to my man Taku Iwasaki. You're a real one. We appreciate you. Okay, how are these going together? This way? Yes. Wait. Yes. Oh, actually, I want to put a little bit of silver in here. The ass and boob has gone down in quality. Maybe we've just grown more discerning. Honestly, maybe it's just because of the way I am, but even when I was a pubescent teen, when there was gratuitous ass and boob in anime, I'd kind of roll my eyes and groan a little bit. It was never a selling point for me. I'd be like, okay, can we get back to the cool stuff? Like, boobs are awesome, don't get me wrong, but I'm trying to watch giant robots fight right now. All right, we have the basis for our leg. It's annoying if you don't expect it, but if you're in the mood, then heck yeah. That's kind of my feeling on it. Is my general feeling on fan service is like, if I wanted to see this stuff, I'd just go like look at porn or something. I'm not here to get a hard on. I'm here to watch something else. Get this out of here. I don't need it. Maybe I'm just like that kind of person that's like, I want all my food not touching the other food on the plate, but with media. Okay, what are we putting together here? We are getting this gold piece that I painted previously. The biggest fan service is the characters being honest with their feelings. Truth nuke. The picnic scene, yes! Oh my god, it's so good when they're watching the stars. It's so delicious. Deanne is spitting facts right now. God, I love that scene. Monogatari is so crazy because it will have like the most earnest and like romantic scenes, and you're like, wow, that's really good. And then it will have like the most shameless fan service you can imagine. And it's crazy because that's not even just, it's not even just the anime that's that way. If you've read the light novels, it's the exact same thing. Like, it's honestly very faithful to the light novels. My standards was too high when I finally get to Nisei. I feel like Nisei is the great filter because honestly, all of the Monogatari after Nisei isn't as like that as Nisei is. Especially, I will always tell people to watch Hana Monogatari. It's just a movie centered around Kambaru, and it's so good. It's so good. I think it's my favorite Monogatari thing. It's basically like, what if we had Monogatari, but it was just like mostly Kambaru with guest appearance by Kaiki Deshu? It's peak. It's peak. It's just the best characters. Okay, what do I need here? PC2. Wait, really? Oh, yeah, really? Okay. But yeah, I was laughing that like, what anime have you watched thing that someone made? It was just like the things that had the most cultural impact each year. And it had the original Bakemonogatari, and it had Nisei, and then it didn't have any of the other seasons. And I was like, yeah, I guess they didn't quite have the cultural impact that the first two did. Okay. We're gonna panel line this guy, and you're gonna see the transformation about how much better it looks once it's panel lined. It's like magic. Man, when are we getting more done, Meshi? I'm in withdrawal, I think. Is it next year? Probably, I think. I thought they announced when it was airing. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they just said that we're working on it. Kind of stopped watching. I definitely watch a lot less than before, but there's definitely still good stuff coming out. I feel like, honestly, the amount of high-quality stuff is probably the same as before, but it's just I don't dig through it to find it anymore. But yeah, look how much better this looks with panel lining. Isn't that amazing? The transformation? It just adds so much more depth to everything. I think, funnily enough, with Dunmeshi Season 2, like, I'm excited to see how they adapt the new stuff and see it animated and everything. But I think the thing I'm most excited for is getting to watch people's reactions to it that haven't read the manga. How's the progress with the kit? It's good. We're building the second leg right now. We have... Wow! So we're building the second leg, and then I want to try and get the waist skirts done today, too. Okay, what order does this have to go in? This first... Mayochiki. I think my favorite, like, quote-unquote ecchi show was... Oh, fuck, what is it called again? Magipoka. Magipoka is, like... I guess an ecchi show, but it's honestly just really funny. I remember watching Magipoka with a friend and just, like, laughing our asses off. It is so fun. Machipoka? No, it's called, like, Magical Pokan or something, but everyone just calls it Magipoka. I'll put it in chat so you can see peak. It's There's this werewolf girl from it that everyone would see her and be like, oh, I know her, but I actually don't know what this show is. Like that. Magipoka. It's about these three, like, or no, these four girls. It's like a vampire, a werewolf, a robot, and a mage. And they're dumb as shit, and they have misadventures, and that's the whole show. And it's really funny because they're just stupid as hell. They're so dumb. There's an episode where at the end of it, the magical girl dies, and you think like, oh, it was like a gag ending. And then the start of the next episode, she's in hell. And then she gets kicked out of hell because she's really annoying. It's moe type? Yeah. High School DxD? I never watched High School DxD. I think, like, the only two, like, real, like, ecchi type shows I watched were, like, Magipoka and Upote. Do people still say moe? Yeah. Yeah, they kicked her out of hell because she was making the demons cry. She was being really mean to them and being annoying. And so they were like, get the fuck out of here. And then they sent her to heaven, and they were like, you're not allowed in here. And so she just came back to life. Magipoka is so good. I have to spread the word of it whenever I can. How are these going together again? Like this. Yeah, for the most part, like I said, even teenager No.A was kind of like, ugh, with fan service stuff. So I didn't really watch any, like, extremely fan service focused shows unless there was some other incentive to watching it. No, still owes me an RR. Can I say moe moe kyun? If you want to hear me say kyun, just go look at like a previous karaoke VOD where I sing Vampire Girl Kyun. I should do a karaoke again soon. I haven't karaoke'd in a hot minute. Sing Linkin Park. I could sing Linkin Park. That'd be fun. I should do like a karaoke where I just sing old AMV songs. Yeah, like if we really want to talk about stuff that has disappeared and gone down in quality, AMVs. I feel like AMVs used to be so everywhere. And now it's just like TikTok edits, I guess, is the new AMV. What was that singer? There was the thing that originally got me to watch Princess Tutu was this incredible AMV with this like Swedish pop song. And I was like, damn, this AMV is so good that I'm going to watch this show. And then it turns out that the show was so good. By the way, like approximately probably bi-monthly PSA from No.A, watch Princess Tutu. I will always stand Princess Tutu. How do I feel about Netflix anime adaptations? It seems like most of them are bad. So I don't know why they're doing them, but I guess they're making money. What way is this again? This way. And then this guy is over top. Burn it up like a gay parade. Utada Hikaru is such an icon, honestly. Okay. Guess what? Leg number 2. Look how much faster that is when I cut out pieces beforehand. Oh, hold on. I have to attach this foot. The foot joint is like really stiff for some reason. Wow, there we go. Wahoo! 2 legs. 2 of them. Assembly going at breakneck pace. Yeah, assembly very quick today because I cut out and sanded all of the pieces for the legs yesterday. Because it was also a rainy day yesterday, and I was like, kind of want to drink some tea and work on some Gunpla. So now we have 2 legs. Man, Tallgeese's legs are so simple, but I think they look really good. It's got, like, the thick thighs and the cool knee joints, and then, like, the armor shifts really cool when it bends its legs. Rainy days make me want to sleep. Yeah, I also, like, look how cool this bend is. It's so awesome. The ankle, yeah, I did paint the ankles to be silver. I think they look a little bit nicer. They kind of pop out that way. All right, now we are going to do the waist, which I will have to start cutting out pieces and sanding again for. Rainy days makes me want to sleep. I did have an awesome nap yesterday afternoon. Tallgeese has nice legs. That's what I'm saying. They got those thick but not too thick thighs. Bad insomnia? Oh, that sucks. I used to, when I was in, like, high school, kind of early university, I used to have pretty bad insomnia. It's rough. Hello, Theses. Hey, baby. Hi. Yes, you are a cat. Yes, I will pet you. That's both of those things are true. Okay. We need this piece, which I have already cut out because I needed to paint it. Actually, do I need any more paint on this? Yes, I do. Where did I put my silver? Where did I put my silver pen? Yeah? Did someone knock it onto the floor, maybe? Oh, here it is. This is the Tallgeese's crotch button, so it has to look nice. I don't know how else to explain it. It's really just like a big button that's on its crotch. I think it's supposed to be a thruster, but I'm not sure. Yeah, Katse, I had the same thing. The reason I had insomnia during high school and university was that I had an undiagnosed anxiety disorder. Yippee! Which is why I had trouble sleeping. Anxiety. So fun. Hi, baby. Yes, you are a cat. You are a kitty. So what else do we need? We need the crotch button. We need stuff from B1. Where did I put that? Here it is. Actually, I haven't checked with a doctor though. Hearing your experience, should I? It depends on how bad your anxiety is. I mean, it's worth checking. Like, basically what they'll do if you're like, hey, I'm worried about my anxiety, is they'll give you like a questionnaire to fill out with like, you know, like, or at least this was my experience. I don't know. Who knows what they do? But it'll be like 1 to 5. What's your experience on this, blank D blank blank blank. And then based on that, they'll be like, you have anxiety, but it's pretty normal. Or they'll be like, damn, you're fucked up. I do take meds. Yeah, me too. Hell yeah. So if it's really bothering you, it could be worth it. Mine was like, not just like not sleeping though. It was also like, I get anxious to the point where I will pass out or throw up. So that's where I was at. Does this bit need to be clipped? Oh, fuck. I might have clipped a piece I wasn't supposed to clip. Uh-oh, hopefully this still fits together okay. Oops. Yeah, it's also like, that's kind of why I put the disclaimer, is it's based on how much you trust your healthcare system. Generally, my experience with healthcare here has been pretty okay for the most part. Or at least, like, not actively harmful. Luckily, not as often. That's good. Yeah, panic attacks are no fun. Hi, Feces. What? Do you not like me talking about mental health? I think you have anxiety too, honestly. Yeah, I think you do. I think you're an anxious kitty. Yeah. Come here. What is it? Did you give Theses her meds? She doesn't have any. She just has my love. Hugs, hugs, hugs. Honestly, what do you have to be anxious about, Theses? You don't even have a job. Well, to be fair, honestly, when I had, like, bad anxiety, most of the time I wasn't anxious about things that, like, mattered. Most of the time I was just anxious about being anxious. So, whether or not you have stressors in your life doesn't really factor into it, TB Quite H. Her job is to be guardian of the house, yeah. She has to look at all those seagulls outside and tell them they better not mess with us. Right? Yeah. Yeah, you're always protecting us from the seagulls and the crows. You sit and you look at them and you go, yes, you do, because you're so brave and strong. Hey, baby, I need to panel line these pieces. Can I do that? Am I allowed to do that? Thank you. Feces. Feces is literally Men's Mental Health Month, and you're telling me I shouldn't talk about mental health? That's crazy. I do hiss at seagull too, can you praise me? Good job, Tsukiyong. The seagulls are really scared of you, I'm sure. Good job. Erai ne. Parentheses 100% thinks that she could catch a seagull. And I think she would lose in a fight with a seagull, honestly. She's like 8 pounds. She's like a really small cat. I think a seagull would kick your ass, baby. I'm gonna be so for real with you. I underestimate her ferocity. She's plenty fierce, but she's very clumsy. And she doesn't have proper depth perception, because she only has one eye. And I feel like, you know, the seagull... Theses was born on the streets, but she's been living the comfy life for a long time. I think it's, you know, she's gotten soft. And the seagulls are... That's their everyday, you know? Okay, how are these going together? This. Got to equip her with proper weaponry. does that mean? Give her a gun? Give her my bow? Can you use a bow and arrow, baby? Can you use a recurve bow? A katana. Badum-tsh. Ha! Why don't I give her a shuri kitten, too? Or some nyanchucks. Or a meowtomatic rifle. Maybe a Pow Dow. This is a Nyaganata. Hey, can we talk about how glaives and naginatas are like the coolest weapons? Like melee weapons? They're sick as hell. It's like all the coolness of a spear plus all the coolness of a sword. In the same thing. Oh shit, I need to paint this piece gold. And I didn't paint it last night. Uh-oh. A7. Basically a sword with a long stick. Yeah. I'm a big polearm fan. I think polearms are really cool. Like, you got the basics with, like, a normal spear, or you can get, like, a halberd, or a naginata, or a glaive, a lucerne. They're so neat. You get a big stick. A polearm sword thing. Yeah, a naginata is basically just, like, a polearm haft, but then it has, like, a short sword on the end. Big fan of, like, cross spears, too. Like, the spears that have, like, kind of a blade, like a really, like, almost a dagger blade. But then, like, the two other blades coming out beside it, too. Very cool. One reason I played For Honor. I never got into For Honor, but it seems like a cool game. Ah! Is this piece? There we go. Alligator clipped. Paint it gold. Oh, I need to sand it first. There we go. This gold pen is really good once it gets going, but I feel like every time I use it, I have to prime it, which is kind of annoying. this, and then we can start cutting out some other pieces while we let it dry. I should actually check to make sure I don't need to paint anything else gold today. Because if I do, I should do that right now so it can dry. I don't think the sides or the bottom will be visible, but let's paint them just in case. There we go. Shiny. Bing, bing, bing. Okay. Let's read ahead a little bit. I don't think anything else should need paint. Nope, 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 nope. Okay. So, we can't put that together yet, but we can get G14. Where's G1? Check what shape this is. There's so many runners in this kit. You can remove 3 things in this world. What would you remove? That's a tricky question. Can you remove like concepts or just like physical things? It's a light gray runner. Aha, found it. You can remove anything, even concepts. Ooh. Have to mull on that. I feel like this is a tricky one because there's like obvious things to get rid of, but then like you have to consider like what's the impact of completely erasing that? Is there negative consequences you haven't thought about? Modern anime fans would be like, oh my god, this is like Makima in Chainsaw Man, but real ones would be like, oh my god, this is like Kumagawa in Medaka Box. We go back to Guilty Gear Strive again? Yeah, I think I want to play Strive again when they add a normal matchmaking mode, which they've said they're gonna do sometime between like June and August, so it's probably gonna I saw a post on Twitter they're like, they said this was happening sometime June to August, and you know that stuff's gonna come out August 32nd. But I feel like my main gripe with Strive is just like getting matches in the lobby system is kind of annoying. But if they have like a standard matchmaking mode, I'll absolutely play some Strive again. Every time I see people talking about Strive, it's people complaining about how strong Potemkin is, and Potemkin's my main, so I'd probably be eating good. I think the first thing I'd remove is the concept of prejudice. That's my first one. Okay, one thing gone. No more prejudice. Everyone is like, man, everyone else is human, and I'm gonna treat them on equal footing based on that fact. Okay, that's my first one. Don't think about anything that could go wrong from that. It's all good. Let's get rid of that. How will I judge people with bad taste? You will judge their taste as bad, but the rest of their character you will not judge based on their bad taste. So you can be like, man, this person's taste in anime is bad, but that has no bearing about my thoughts on the rest of their qualities, because I have no prejudice. Which is good, I think. The second thing I'd get rid of is... Let me cut out some more gunpla pieces while I think on this. I need E and H. E and H. Trying to figure out how to phrase this, because I don't want to get rid of hunger, because being hungry and then getting fed is awesome. Maybe I can get rid of lack of food and water. So if you need food or water, you just get it. It's easy. You can do it. Scarcity. That's a good one. Yes. I'll get rid of scarcity. And for the final one... Man, I thought of the final one and then I immediately forgot it. Oh! Sickness. I don't think we need that, honestly. Hey, if we get overpopulated, guess what? There's no scarcity, so no big deal. No more sickness. We're getting rid of prejudice, we're getting rid of scarcity, and we're getting rid of sickness. That's my final commandment as the god of this world. How will that fuck up the world? Find out in this science fiction short story about a world with no scarcity, sickness, or prejudice. Those are my choices. I think they're decent. What would y'all get rid of? Big Noah floating in the sky saying this. Hey, everybody. I'm getting rid of these 3 things. They're a good idea. Don't worry about it. I make that sound effect, too, when I do it. Like it's not the sound of it happening. No more ass hair for the people. You know, 4th on my list was male pattern baldness, but it didn't quite make the cut. No more receding hairlines. I went to a bookstore while I was out and about yesterday in the rain, actually. I picked up a collection of short stories. I don't remember the author's name. It was the guy that wrote the short story that got turned into that movie Arrival. There was like a collection of short stories by him, so I picked that up, and I picked up Stories from Underground by Dostoevsky, because I've been really enjoying reading Dostoevsky's stuff recently, and Stories from Underground is mercifully short, unlike Brothers Karamazov, which is long as fuck. There's this really big used bookstore here that I really love, which I will not say the name of so as not to dox myself, but it's really fun just to go in and browse it. Unfortunately, they didn't have anything good in their manga section, but they did have other good stuff. Oh, did my playlist run out? It sure did. More people would probably worship you for eliminating male pattern baldness. I guess with No Prejudice, people wouldn't care if you were bald, maybe. Well, they could still be like, haha, that guy's bald. General manga sections are always kind of hit and miss. I feel like, especially for used bookstores, it's like the manga you find is always going to be the manga that people grew out of and don't want to keep anymore. So it's like all shonen and ecchi slop. What do I need now? H1. Where is H1? Oh yeah, that could work too. Just make everyone bald. No more hair. Have I ever tried writing? A little bit, not really. Mostly just for like school. I guess, I mean, I DM for D&D, which is kind of like writing, but it's more like improv. Yeah, honestly, I feel like you can make bald look pretty cool. Like, I think if I start balding really badly, I'm just gonna, like, go full bald. Just shave it all. Like, there's one of my coworkers has just, like, fully shaved his head, and he looks cool. Or alternatively, I think the other thing is, like, fuck it, just start wearing wigs. Just start being basically cosplaying every day. And if anyone's like, bro, you're wearing a wig, it's like, yeah, I'm bald. So? You can just change your hairstyle anytime you want. Just start putting wigs on. But you know what I'm saying? Become the avatar. Yeah, I'll have long flowing blue and blonde hair. Other benefit of being bald? Don't need to get haircuts. Man, maybe I should have just made everyone bald. Maybe we can still get sick and just all be bald. I'm already rethinking my god erasure targets. God, No.A floating in the sky debating whether to make people no longer sick or just make everyone bald. Do I eliminate every sickness and disease that causes suffering in the world, or do I just make everyone equally bald? Oh, this is a toughie. Yeah, see, I feel like the obvious targets are things like violence and war, but I feel like it's better to try and hit the root causes of those things by taking out, like, prejudice and scarcity. You know what I'm saying? Is it only males that be bald? No, everybody. If we're gonna make everyone bald, it's gonna be everyone. But people can just start, like, wearing wigs. The concept of having hair still exists, it's just that no one has it. Only on the head or all hair spots? Let's just get rid of all of it, honestly. Oh, except maybe for in your nose, because I think that stuff's important for things. For, like, making sure that bad stuff doesn't get in your nose. Oh, and kind of your eyelashes and your eyebrows are kind of important, too. I think on your face, you can keep it. Everywhere else, it's gone. So you can still have a beard, too. Nose hair, beard, and eyelashes, eyebrows get to stay. Everything else, just get rid of it. We don't need it. Okay, is that gold piece we cut out dry? I think it needs a little touch up still. Second coat for it. Can I put a wig on my chest? Yeah, if you want to. Okay, we can put these together now, because these I painted last night. Oh, we do need to panel line these, though. Oh man, I think I told you all about how last week, like, a small part of my legs got really sunburnt. Yesterday I was like molting. All my skin, all the old sunburnt skin was coming off. It was like I was a reptile. It was crazy. Molting, yeah. It was like I was peeling. But now I have been born anew. Cats say absolutely loud but not smell. Like, if someone rips ass and it's like really loud, but it's not stinky, then I don't care. Like, the bad part is smelling it. I don't care about hearing it. Also, fart noises are funny, but smelling farts isn't funny. Do you know how much a whole genre of humor would be lost if farts didn't make any noise? Hi, parentheses. I'm trying to panel line something right now, baby. Yeah. True fart wisdom. Yeah, I'm the holder of the fart wisdom. I'm the ow fart sage. I'm trying to do delicate, precise panel lining work, and my cat is climbing on me. She's asking me to turn the sun back on because she wants to lie in the sun. I don't have the power to do that, baby. I already picked my 3 things to get rid of. I can't... Ow! I can't delete the cloudy weather. I remember we had... I went to this, like, one... It was... I think it was, like, some kind of psych study in university, because when you took psychology courses, some of them at my university, if you went and helped out to be a participant in, like, grad students' psych studies, you could get extra like marks, like bonus percent. But for some reason they had us like get into groups and like brainstorm if we wanted to try and like make a movement to change something in society, what would we pick? It reminded me of it because of we were talking about like thinking of what would you get rid of. But this one was like not if you had the power to do anything. This is like if you were gonna try and actually make something change under your own power. And I remember a lot of people's were a lot more grand. And then mine was like, I want to get rid of the motion sensors on toilets for flushing. Because I feel like so much of the time they go off when they shouldn't and they waste water. And they're just not that useful. And then some of the time they don't go off, but people expect them to. And so the toilet just doesn't get flushed and it's nasty. Like, I don't think they're useful at all. Like, you should always have a button to flush the toilet instead of a motion sensor. And I think I should have acted on it. I should have, you know, tried to put that out into the world. Have a good sleep. I hope you can fall asleep quickly and have good dreams. Okay, how are these going on here? So these are with these ones. Like this. Oh, no. Maybe which one matters? Oh, it does. Like that. And like this. Man, I've been playing the new Deltarune stuff. It's crazy. I was like, man, I gotta play this soon or else I'm gonna get spoiled. So I finished chapter 3 and I'm on chapter 4 now. I haven't really done any of the secret stuff though, because it's hard. I tried to fight the secret boss a couple times in chapter 3 and I was like, I think I'll just watch someone do this on YouTube. I'm not good enough at bullet hell to do this. That shit's hard. I'm old. I'll let some young person, like, perfect this boss. I'm not gonna do this. Okay, so these guys are gonna go like this. I do want to add, on the inside of these thrusters, I want to add, like, some metallic blue inside, but I'm gonna do that later. So for now, it will just be like this. So we have those. Now what do we need? G115. I just had G1. Where did I put it? Not that. Ah, here it is. Did Toby just make Undertale 2, but a proper bullet hell this time? Sort of. It's funny, I feel like multiple times Toby has said, like, Deltarune is a separate thing from Undertale, but I don't believe him. I feel like at some point it's all gonna tie together and make sense as being in the same universe. I feel like there's already been like bits of lore that are kind of like, oh? Oh? But yeah, the main game is like bullet hell but forgiving. And then the secret bosses are like bullet hell but fucked up and evil. Because Toby is a huge Toho Project fan. Tell you what, though, those games are still good. They're still funny and weirdly touching. And the music still slaps. There was parts of Chapter 3 that dragged a little bit, but there was also parts that were making me laugh out loud, so... I think ultimately Deltarune is supposed to have like 7 chapters, which is crazy. Like, this story's not going to be over till like 2035, probably. Okay, we have those. I'm also going to need G1, 7, and 8, so let's just cut those out now. Beep, 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 beep. It is kind of interesting. I think I've talked about this before, but I feel like with Undertale and Deltarune, when you don't play them for a while, and all you see is fan content, you're like, oh yeah, this was kind of good, I guess. It's kind of cringy, but it was fun. And then you actually play the games again instead of just seeing fan content, and you're like, oh, these are legitimately funny. Right. The writing in the game is better than the fan content that I see on Twitter. It's actually really funny. It feels so comfy. It feels like being on Tumblr again. I feel like that's the best way to describe it. Playing Deltarune is like being back on the golden age of Tumblr. Okay, we have these. What do we have that remains that we need? Me. Oh, I am gonna want to paint these. What color are these supposed to be? Red. Okay, well, I don't have a red marker. I guess I will paint them later when I have red paint. these little dots are supposed to be like black in the back with then like red on top. But I do not have red paint, and I don't want to use the sticker, so I will paint them later when I have red paint. Me. Need stuff from I. Where did I put I? Yeah. This guy. Man, the Tallgeese's skirts are so complex. It has kind of like a Roman, like a slight Roman centurion theme going on. So I guess it makes sense that it has very defined like skirt armor. Because it's got like the plume on the helmet, and it's got a big round shield. I was laughing recently. Hideo Kojima tweeted about the 11th episode of G-Quacks, and he was like, wow, amazing. And someone pointed out, like, the only 2 times he's tweeted about G-Quacks were episode 2 and episode 11, and they're like, I think he just really likes Char. Which, you know what? Fair. We all love Char Aznable. I'm actually really interested to see how G-Quacks ends. I made the very good decision last week of on Tuesday, which is when it airs. I was like, I am staying away from Twitter until I watch the episode so I don't get spoiled. And that was a really good decision, so I'm gonna try and do that again this week. Because even if I try to blacklist stuff, like, I follow so many people and just interact with so much mecha shit that Twitter will be like, we will show you everyone talking about the new G-Quacks episode as soon as it comes out. So I just have to, like, not look at it until I've watched it. I'm really hoping my local hobby store gets some of the kits from the show in, too, because the mecha designs, they're kind of slapping. I really want a police Zaku, and I really want a Gyan. I love the redesign they did of the Zakus. They have, like, these big butt thrusters. I don't know how else to describe them. Like, this whole little thruster assembly coming out the ass, and it looks awesome. What I want to do is get a police Zaku, and then I want to paint it in like a PlaMorning color scheme. Because I love PlaMorning. Alright, there's that panel line. This. I picked up some really yummy pastries from a bakery yesterday. And after stream, I'm gonna eat one of them. I have a Florentine tart to eat. There's that. We need to panel line this. Okay, so these are going together like... So... Ooh, those look so good. Oh no, don't get my panel line ink on the nice white part. The problem with rubbing off the panel line ink with my fingers is that if I'm then putting other parts together, it can get on it. There we go. Okay, this gold piece should finally be ready for us to use, I hope. So, how is this going together? It's going to go on here. Right? Like that? Like that? Like that. And then making some thrusters. I'm making hips. There we go. Look at that. Very handsome. And then we have the crotch thruster in there. And then the rear thruster parts. That is on here. Wait, is that really all that's holding that on? It seems like really loose. Oh, I see. It's supposed to be more like that. I want to panel line this first, though. Could use this fella in my life. So cool. Tallgeese in the running for not like high key, but more like an understated sexiness, you know? One of the sexiest mobile suits. What aren't the kids like? Aren't they saying the word nonchalant a lot now? Tallgeese has that nonchalant sexiness. Okay, that is panel lined. So we're gonna do his butt. So this is going on here like this. And then these butt thrusters are on here. Right? Yes. I think the Tallgeese's butt thrusters are really cool because they kind of collapse in like this, right? And then they shoop, shoop. It's neat. They like fold up and then they unfold. I think they're really cool. And then you can... And now we just need to finish up the side ones. So I need parts from E, I think, for that. Butt cheek thrusters. You haven't even... Okay, I gotta show you the Zaku from G-Quux, because it's really got the ass thrusters going. Look at this shit. Here, I'll make it bigger. These are the true ass thrusters. Why are they all in the ass? Because it's like the center of gravity. Give bro a backpack or something. I think the G-Quax Zaku design is so cool. I love that it has these like big, huge hips to store the fuel for all its ass thrusters. I think it's really neat. Once the model kits become easier to get, I really want to get one. And then there's these little pegs we need too. I think those are from E. E21. Ah, here they are. The Tallgeese has this kind of weird design with the side armor on the side skirts where they like plug into the sides of the legs. But then they can also separate from them. It's honestly like the one part of its design that I'm not in love with. I don't think it looks bad, but it feels a little awkward. Is Tallgeese one of the OG designs? It's old-ish. It's from Wing. Which... when did Wing come out? I'm not sure. I want to say, like, early 2000s or late 90s? But I could be totally wrong. It's funny because I feel like a lot of the designs from Wing are more kind of out there, but then Tallgeese is very grounded. And the reason for that is that it's supposed to be like a heavily modified grunt suit. When did Gundam... oh, Gundam Wing was 95. Yeah, so in Wing, like, there's no Zaku's because it's not UC. But the grunts, where's a good picture of a Leo? The, like, Zaku alternative. Pretty damn old by now. I'm going on the scale of Gundam, which started in 79. The Zaku in Wing is not called a Zaku, it's called a Leo. And it looks like this. And so the idea is that the Tallgeese is like a heavily modified and souped up Leo. So it still kind of has some of the more grounded grunt suit sensibilities. You can see the similarities in like the thighs and the upper chest and stuff. Isn't it neat? I think it's a really cool design choice. But yes, don't worry, I'm not offended by the fact that 95 is considered old. I was born in 94. I was 1 year old. That is a long time ago. Which way does this go? Although the Tallgeese Fluegel is definitely less grounded than the Tallgeese because it has these big ass wings that we're gonna put on it. But okay, so we need these little pegs to go in here. Come on. Get in there. Looted piece turned into one of your side smackers. So, the fun part is that the Tallgeese is actually... this is the antagonist. Wow. The Tallgeese is the bad guy mech. But I feel like it's cool because it makes it feel like the bad guy... I haven't actually seen Wing. I've just read about the story of Wing. It kind of makes it feel like the bad guy is more connected to the grunts on the ground, while the good guys are kind of more detached from that. Oh my god, why does this piece not want to connect? Also, his name is Zex, which is funny because in Japanese, there's not really that much difference between S and Z. So they basically just named him Sex. Where did I put the other one? Here it is. Unfortunate name. Yeah, it's the Tallgeese, piloted by Sex. Gundam is a very serious show with serious names. Okay, we have those in. And then these are, I think the side matters. I think it's like this. And then these are gonna go here. Maybe I will panel line these dots, even though I'm gonna need to paint them later. I'll just make them look a little less empty until then. It's serious, guys, I swear. Yeah, I know his name is Quattro Bagina. Don't laugh about it. Do you find it risible when I say the name Quattro Bagina? You could do a whole version of the Biggest Dickus sketch in Monty Python with just Gundam names, honestly. He has a wife, you know. Full frontal. The one Gundam series which had all the pretty boys in it, you have to be a lot more specific than that. I'm gonna be real, a lot of them have pretty boys in them. Imagine becoming a Gundam fan who can't name a single Gundam but knows all the character ships by heart. Honestly, I've heard that historically, Fujoshis are kind of who saved Gundam. Like, there was an interview with Tomino at one point, I believe, where he was talking about, like, yeah, the people who were, like, making all of the fan works and, like, supporting the show a bunch were, like, all the female fans that wanted the boys to kiss. So these are gonna go in here. And then this plugs into here. There we go. We have skirts. Oh, his hand fell apart at some point. Let me put that together. Ta-da! Man, the Tallgeese is so cool. What an awesome mobile suit. Wow. 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 He is absolutely slaying. God, it looks so good. And it can even stand now without needing to hold the halberd for support. So impressive. Oh, why is the crotch button on sideways? There we go. Wow. Oh, actually, you can probably like hold the halberd at his side now. That would look really cool. Hold on. I'm playing with my toys. Oh, right. That's where that is. Oh, other way. Eh? Oh. I keep putting the hand on upside down. Hold on. This way? So, I want it like this. Yeah! Oh, that looks so cool. You can't see it properly on the webcam, but I will take a picture of it and put it on Twitter. Wow! Alrighty. I think that is a good spot. Oh, wait, it was Gundam Wing? The one with the pretty boys? Yeah, the Gundam Wing boys are pretty. I think Gundam Seed had pretty boys, too. Also, Turn A Gundam, the main character, is very pretty. There's lots of pretty people in Gundam. I feel like this is a good spot to finish up. This is what I wanted to get done, and I did it. I did it. Yippee! Next time, we will make the other arm and some accessories. Very exciting. But for today, we will wrap up having made feet and waist, which you can kind of see here, but I will take a better picture of for Twitter. But I think for now, have a good time of day, and I will catch you later. Bye. Thanks for dropping by. Bye. Bye.